start the session anyway. Okay. And so it was demanding, which is good or is not good for you?
No, in fact, it's good because you got to practice more.
Yeah. Okay. That's the
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
Of course. Yes.
yeah, yes, yeah.
And so, could you tell which what you found more positive in the course or useful for you?
I think the works on all the competencies I've derived something. I think I've grow. I feel I grow with those. Those were very good, and the Saturday sessions with different practitioners. So it's interesting to see different ways of working. Some practitioners has focus on like presuppositions, others on arguments, interpretation. But the only thing is time. In my case, it was not easy to manage my time, work, family, and especially at work, we don't have much stuff, so I have to like be everywhere. So we used to work till late night as well. So that was quite challenging for me, balancing between the course and work. Otherwise, I'm happy with the course.
But you see, you. I mean, by doing this course, you show yourself, you prove yourself that you have time if you want.
Yes,
Of course, it's difficult, but if you really want something, you can find the time to get it.
yes, that's true. Yeah.
Because it's a common excuse, or like argument that people use. I don't have time, which is,
Mm.
I mean, it's not true in a sense because you have time, but you decide how you spend your time differently. So in a way,
Yes, exactly.
everyone has time, but
Mm.
like some people prefer to do something and other people prefer to do something else. In your
Mm.
case, I can tell that you don't want to renounce to what you do already. So
Yes,
you have to do the effort to do something more in the
mm.
same time, right?
Yes.
Okay. How do you define such a person?
Um, a person who is agile. So
Who is what?
agile.
I don't know.
Agile
I don't
means
know.
somebody who I mean is quite flexible. So he
Flexible.
tries to,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Because why flexible? Because you explain.
Yes, flexible because you're able to balance things, doing multiple things at the same time,
Okay.
and yeah.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. Just for fun, Yamini, how would you define a person that uh, uh, want to do something more and doesn't accept to sacrifice something that he already does? Did, did you hear me?
Uh, Maybe in denial. Yes.
What?
I think that sounds like denial.
Denial. Why?
If, you're already doing something, and as you said that if you don't accept it that you're already doing it, then maybe it is some kind of denial.
Denial. I had a bit of misconnection, so I heard just a part of what you said. Did you understand, Yash? Yes. Could you explain me because I didn't understand?
Yeah, she's saying that if you have something to do and still you want to do more,
Yeah.
then there is something that you're denying. There is something that you're not you're rejecting. Like,
Okay. And did you understand what is rejected here?
what is being rejected? No, I didn't get what is being rejected, but I understood that there is this denial, this rejection. Something is being rejected.
Okay. Okay. But Yamini, can you explain to me and to Yash what is rejecting here?
Yeah, I won't use the word rejecting, but as I understood what Yash said, then maybe he's already capable of doing things and he already was capable, but through the course, he realized that he can actually manage. And after a point that you come to this realization that it was possible, before that, you're in denial that it's not possible, I don't have time, and things like that.
Okay, Denaya. Okay, so you mean, correct me if I'm wrong, that he didn't trust himself before to prove that he could have done this, right?
Maybe he didn't have the opportunity. Like, we are not challenged in this way, like this course challenges us to think before. So it gave the opportunity to come, to realize this capability or capacity of mind.
Okay. And you think he didn't know that before?
Yeah, possibly. I think that there was a lack of opportunity. There can be.
Okay. Yeah, but my question was, how would you call a person who doesn't want to sacrifice something and want to do something more?
Stubborn or rigid?
Well, wait, you said flexible before. You are proposing the opposite concept. How rigid? Why rigid? It's a bit
I'm
surprising.
saying that according to what you said, because you said that somebody who's not accepting and wants to do more, then that means that that person is not you know not in a way that is stick with something.
And what? Okay, with what? With what is not able to sacrifice, right?
Yeah, with the thoughts rather than doing something.
And when you cannot sacrifice something and you want just to add, you are rigid. That's your idea.
Yeah.
Okay, but you don't sound that like convincing. No, are you?
Yeah, that because that's mostly how I sound. That's a personality thing.
Oh, okay. You're never sure, right? You okay.
Yes.
Okay. What do you think, Yash? Makes sense or no? I'm not sure. I don't know. What do you know? What do you think?
No, I still maintain that I have been flexible because I could uh, I could fit things in my slot that I had.
Okay.
So that
Okay.
requires some flexibility, some plasticity, like,
Yeah, I agree with you. But just to play the game, and don't think about yourself now. Think in general. Could it make sense that a person is not able to sacrifice something and he wants just to add something in his own routine or schedule? Is a bit rigid or no at all?
yes, there is rigidity, yes.
Can you explain where you see rigidity in that example, general example I gave to you?
Uh, yes, let's say I have to do 10 tasks, and over and above, I have the course, and I don't want to sacrifice any. So
Yeah.
I'm doing the 10 tasks. I'm being stubborn here. I'm being rigid, and at the same time, I'm accommodating the course.
Okay, so basically you are rigid, you are flexible in the sense that you are able to accommodate the new stuff in the old schedule, but
Yes.
you are rigid because you are stuck in your routine. You cannot sacrifice anything. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so in a way you agree with Yamini.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
She's right.
Okay. Yeah, I think they both idea, even if they are opposite, they both make sense
Yeah.
in a way. Yes.
Mhm.
If you should tell about yourself, is more the flexibility or more the rigidity that you see in your life?
In my life, it's more the flexibility.
Okay. So, but it's funny because if you see more the flexibility, and as you said, the flexibility in your case is that the capacity of adding something, it means that also the rigidity is strong because you cannot let something go. You have to
Yes.
bring everything. So they go
Yeah,
together.
that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Let me propose an idea. I think you are already familiar with. I don't know if you happen to think that idea about yourself, but there is a bit of greedy here. You see the greedy?
Yes. Yeah. I saw the greedy part in the beginning,
Yes.
and I say, let me wait. Let's see who says I'm greedy.
And
That's true. I'm greedy.
who said that? Who said before that you are greedy?
Um, uh, my wife used to tell me, "You are greedy. You want to do too many things."
Okay, sometimes wife are right.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so there is a bit of rigidity, a bit of flexibility, and greedy.
Yes.
Yeah. So you cannot. You have a hard time to renounce to something. You have to do
Yes.
when you want something different. You can just add. You cannot take off anything.
Yes. Then very rarely I would remove something. Otherwise, I maintain. Yeah.
You don't like removing stuff, right?
Yeah. Unless something is over, then you know there is some space till something is ongoing. I won't remove that.
Okay, but usually you prefer adding than taking off.
Yes.
Okay, that's why you have a problem with time. You see now?
Yes.
Explain the link with the time.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, could you explain how the link, the connection between time
Uh,
problem and greedy?
yes, because time is somehow limited, and when you're greedy, you have too many things to fit in a very short span of time, and then you have to rush. Sometimes you have to multitask at the same time.
Yeah,
And but one thing is interesting here is uh, normally I used to be very, very at ease with time, slow. I'm very slow, so I take my time to do things. But since the past 2 years, it has been like that, multitasking. So I realized that I can work faster,
okay.
and
So you do more
uh,
because you're faster.
sorry,
Now you do
I miss. Hmm?
more stuff because you're faster.
Yes.
Okay,
Hmm.
and that makes you a bit greedy because you want to do a lot.
Yes, because I realize I can do many things in a short time, so I try to bring more.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Pay attention. Don't to do too much because you know then you could be in a rush all the time because you want to do too much.
Yes, yes, that's true.
Are you in a
Yeah.
rush usually?
Uh, Not for the time being. For the time being, things are quite smooth. There's nothing emergent, nothing urgent.
But
So I can.
in your day life, usually you are in a rush, or no?
No, usually I'm at ease. I take my time. I'm very slow.
Okay.
Like I said, it's only during the last 2 years I've moved to a new company. There are so much work, and we are few, very 5, 6 staff. So everyone is working for 2 or 3 people at the same time. And like in my case, I have work. I have to look after the family. Then I'm a member of an association, so I have some responsibility over there. So that's how I have many things. But regarding work is getting increasing more and more.
Mm-hmm.
But now, because we are at the start of the year, uh, things are quite slow. I think from Monday things will pick up again.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. But so you told me that you used to be slower, right? You tend to
Yes.
be
Yes.
slow, but now because you have many stuff to do, multitasking, you learn how to be fast, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
why do you think your tendency is to be slow?
Uh, I don't like to stress myself, and
Okay.
I prefer to enjoy what I'm doing.
Okay, that's the nice attitude to become a good practitioner, by the way. So you are in the right path, Yash.
Ah.
Don't become too fast because it's not very good for thinking.
Yes.
It's better, yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe in your work, of course, faster is something good, but here, not so much. I mean, some
The
people may,
slower it's better. Mm.
yeah, slow is better, yes, because you have to
Mm.
enjoy the process. Well, if you are slow, you can see more in a way. If you are too fast,
Mm.
you lose many information during the consultation, or you don't taste the
Mm.
ideas. You don't enjoy the process of
Yes.
thinking. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, don't forget, don't lose your slowness at least for the program, even if the program is demanding. Okay.
Mm. Yeah,
Okay.
but in fact, I must say during the program, during the sessions, so I don't feel time. It's like there's no time, because for the 2 hours that we are in the session, either doing some practice or some other things. So it's like time has stopped. There's no time. So there's no rush. I feel very nice.
Yeah, it's, in a way, it's an idea of Plato that, and Aristotle too, by the way, that I mean, when you think, there is no time because you in a way connect with a dimension that is out of time, which is for example, for Plato is the hyper uranio, which
I-
is the world of ideas.
mm,
Yeah, they don't
yes.
have time. They are beyond time. Yeah,
Mhm.
so that's another reason why it's not a good excuse not to have time in order to think, because uh, we have time first. Second, when you think, there is no time.
Yes. Mm.
Okay, but before to go to Yamini, which difficulty you have encountered the most during this program so far? Would you say?
Uh, which difficulty? Mm, I think with interpretation.
Okay, I think we discussed already that in one session we had 2 months ago, maybe. I remember that
Yes.
you were speaking about interpretation. Yes, yes. And
Yes.
what about now? Do you feel with a bit more comfortable with the interpretation, or no? Still, it's a problem.
Yes. Yes. Now, yes.
Yeah.
because I realized I used to overinterpret, and there was also sometime I underinterpret as well.
Yeah. By the way, I remember that you told me in the session that you tend to overinterpret, and so,
Mm.
but during the session, you did an underinterpretation. So
Yes, yes,
you
that's
went to
right.
the opposite side. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So now you found a balance between all.
Yeah, yes. Now I'm more like balanced, but I think I'm need more practice. I still feel that I have to practice more, and that's what I try to do. I try to use interpretation sometime during conversations. I just try to take one idea or a statement from the speaker, and I try to do something with that. And yeah.
Yeah, it's like an art, every art or every sport. If you don't keep practicing, you lose some skills. Yeah.
Yes.
In a way, for example, I like writing almost every day. For me, it's an exercise in order to practice the interpretation, the conceptualization, the problematization.
Yes.
So in a way,
Mm.
yeah, it's my way to keep the training, even if I don't have Zoom like today or like consultation with some client and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So I think, yeah, indeed, I think it's important practicing, and you could find a way to practice even by yourself. For example, like, I don't know, reading a little text and propose an interpretation of the text, or try to conceptualize
Mhm.
the text. Yeah,
Yes.
I think you could
And second difficulty is questioning.
questioning. Yeah.
So, yeah. So the last thing that we did was about questioning. So sometimes it's not clear whether a question is a deepening one or it's a clarification one. And sometimes I see my questions quite complex. So I want to make the question more simple.
Yes. Okay. By the way, you just since we are here, you brought up the problem of distinguishing a deep question from a clarification question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could you tell the main difference between the two questions or no?
Uh, a deepening question is more like uh, a reflective question. It it puts the person into to go beyond his what is present to him, and basically those questions would have why, they seek reasons, they seek tendencies, whereas clarification question could be when you ask a question and you give two options, whether something is yes or no, whether it's rather possible or probable. So here you are clarifying uh, something, some doubt. Mhm.
Yes. Yes. You hear me? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. In a way to make the distinction easier, we could say that the deepening question is about the why, the cause
Mm.
of a
Mhm.
phenomenon. The clarification question
Mhm.
is about the phenomenon itself, about the what.
Mm.
So if you are asking something in order to identify the phenomenon, is the what, is clarification. But if you
Mhm.
want to know the reason of that phenomenon, you have to go deeper and you have to ask for
Mhm.
reason. So you ask
Why
why.
questions?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, but of course, I mean, that's why the training is useful, because you have to deal with all these different competencies in order to, yeah, to develop and to use them in the consultation, by the way, in the dialogue with people. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
So I just noticed that I made a mistake. I joined with my personal Zoom, which is not upgrade. So in 8 minutes, it's gonna close it. And then
Okay.
don't worry, in 8 minutes, if you see that it's closing, I will send you another link with
Mm-hmm.
the other Zoom, with can last for, yeah, even for 2, 3, 4 hours. Okay, so I will.
Okay. Yes. No problem. Yeah.
Okay, okay, nice, thanks, Yash. And Yamini, what about you?
Yeah, I had a lot of problems this time. I received some feedback also. I don't know, it might be difficult to now cope up with that, but because we have less time left. And so one of the problem was time management, and uh, I don't see now. I realize that it's not about time, that you lack time. It was more about the energy. Like you do other stuff first, and then for this one, you're so much exhausted that it's not. You're not able to give
Okay, so
your 100% to
let
it,
me check if
and
I,
it shows in.
yes. So basically, in your day life, you tend to do a lot. You overdo, right? You're busy, and you, at the end of the day, you tend to feel exhausted. So even if you have more time, you
Yes,
don't have
something.
energy in order to use that time to do other activities. Is that right?
Yes, the
Okay.
things that want your mental energy.
Okay. Okay. Nice. But the question I would ask myself, if I was in your shoes, it would be, why I do so much. Why I tend to overdo. Did you ask yourself this question or no?
Yes, I did.
And what was the answer?
And I think that it would be being over ambitious.
Ah,
Um,
ambitious. You're greedy too. You
yeah, in a
know the
way.
difference between ambitious and greedy.
Yes, I think I know
Can you
that
explain it?
when you're ambitious, you consciously know that what you have to do for where you want to reach. So that's a practical goal, that I have this much capacity, then I'll do and I'll achieve this. But when you're greedy, you forget everything and you want, even if you can't, digest it or eat it, but you just want it.
Okay, so you are so focused in your goal that you forget your own limits, and you tend to go over your limits. So you tend to ask yourself too much. That's why you, at the end of the day, you're exhausted and you don't have even some energy to spend for thinking, right?
Yes.
Okay, so here you see the problem behind the lack of energy you have is that you're too demanding to yourself because you're too ambitious.
Yes. And there's another reason which I found, which was that initially I was working with anxiety. So with anxiety, you work more. And as the anxiety reduces, you uh, do good work, but you do less, more quality and less quantity.
So you're less productive, but you're more, in a way, more efficient in what you do. You do better, but you do less.
Yeah, yes. Now that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, But what happens if you reduce the amount of work you do in your day life and you do better? Is terrible or is acceptable for you?
It would be terrible because I have made commitments now. So
Because what?
to leave in between is,
I didn't hear because what?
I made commitments, like
You made commitment.
I have made commitment. Yes.
What is which kind of commitment you did?
So like last year I joined this university and now I'm living here, and now I cannot reduce the work suddenly in the between in between the course. So you have to work, and there's suddenly things come up, and they're all mental. So that it's not like that you can conserve your mental energy for something else. So
Yes.
that is why I find it difficult to
Yes,
manage.
but concretely, what would happen if you would reduce your work during your day life? Concretely, as a consequence, would you be fired or what?
No, I think that then it would take more time. Like if it's one year, then it will take 2 years. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, but I'm not asking you how long it's gonna take to reduce it, but what would happen if you reduce it now? Do you see the question?
Yes, I understand. I think that then whatever I am planning to do, it
Yeah.
will be just postponed. It will get postponed. That's it.
Yeah, but it implies that you are not able, you don't want, you are not able to reduce your amount of work now, right?
I want, yes.
Yeah, so,
Yes.
but you didn't answer my question still, because the question is, what would happen? What would be the consequence of reducing your work now? You told me that it's terrible before, but I don't see why it's terrible. What can happen? Someone can kill you. Someone can. What will happen? You would lose your autonomy. You would
No,
lose.
nothing like that.
So tell me something concrete that
No,
shows why
not.
it's terrible. I mean, it could be, but I don't see any evidence so far. So give me one evidence of this terrible consequence.
Yeah, the terrible consequence would be that I'll do less things that I have planned, and uh, my degree will be postponed. That's most probably that's what will happen.
But it doesn't seem terrible.
Yeah, now it doesn't. Now it doesn't.
Okay. So after the little break, because I think it's gonna expire this session, I I will ask you why you thought that was terrible, since like we already seen that it doesn't seem terrible. So take a few seconds and use the little break to try to answer the question. Okay.